Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm Chris, this is Salty Trips channel, and today we are going to do a test and push our lithium batteries to its limits. If you've been following along, you'll know that we've installed 10,000 kilowatt hours of lead time lithium batteries in this thing, and we have a 3,000 watt Victron inverter that can power this thing. So we are going to do a test to see how long we can run and how much we can run. You know, if you're interested about inverters or lithium batteries in your RV, you may want to stick around. I got a lot of information to share with you. So, well, let's get to it. All right, guys, so we're going to kick off this test here by coming outside, and we got to shut the power off. The inverter's on, and it's the Victron inverter, multi plus 2x120 24 volt system, and it will just automatically kick in when I turn the power off. So we are going to switch that power off there, and you can hear it beeping. I'll just show you real quick if you're new to the channel, but we've got two lithium lead time batteries, 24 volt, 200 amp hour each. So that's 400 amp hours of 24 volt, which is 800 amp hours of 12 volt. And that's just beeping because it's just telling you that we lost shore power. It's just giving you a warning. It's not really a problem because we got a lost grid alarm just telling you lost power. Okay, and then we just go to the main page, and you can see that we're only pulling 215 watts from the battery. And if you'll remember, we just installed some Orion 24 volt to 12 volt converters so that we can power the lights and our 12 volt systems, and we got rid of our lead acid batteries. No more 12 volt batteries, lead acid otherwise. And we'll kind of go over some of that stuff a little bit as we go, but we have one AC on. Let's kind of tell you what the circumstances are. We got one AC running, and it's supposed to get to like the low 80s today. It's right now in like the mid 70s. We have the AC set at 73 degrees, so it should be able to keep it pretty good in here. We also have the RV airflow systems, you know, styrofoam inserts that go inside the ACs that really help the flow of the air, so it doesn't have to work near as hard. We got a 120 volt refrigerator, residential fridge. We got the TV going. We have internet. I may be on the computer a little bit today, but it's just going to give you like a real world result of how long you can run on these lithium batteries. We don't have any solar coming out. We haven't installed any of that yet, but that's one of the good things about this Victron system and the way we have set up. We can do it in stages, and we have been. And if you've been following along, you know, we've just been doing a little bit at a time. And I've actually linked down in our playlist in our channel about all of our Victron powering, solar, all that kind of stuff is a playlist. So if you were interested in that kind of, you know, lithium batteries, electrical, that kind of stuff, I linked it all. So it's like a one-stop shop for all that kind of stuff, because we do RVs, trucks, travel, towing, all kinds of full-time RV life. So, you know, I just kind of want to organize that down there for you guys. But we are just going to let things run. I do have to run some errands today. The TV won't be running for a little while, but when we get back, there's some shows I got to catch up on and do a little bit of research. But other than that, it's just the system will be powering the lights, which run off the 12 volt Orion system that we have that comes straight off the batteries from the 24 volt to 12 volt. The everything else in here is 120. Like may run the microwave, may make some coffee, but we'll kind of see, and I'll kind of update you as it go. We'll let you know like how long it's gone at about every 25% or so. And there's some other things I want to discuss about the lead time batteries. It's just a little bit after 8 a.m. in the morning, and there's a lot of things I want to discuss about how the system is going to help you, and not just like we don't even have solar yet, and how much it can help you just out there RVing, moving from place to place, and it gives you more options than you think you had. So we'll get to those in just a little bit, but I got to run some errands, and we'll kind of keep an eye on this power as we go. All right, guys. Well, I got to run out to Home Depot to grab some supplies for some future endeavors that we're going to be working on. And I left the puppies there with just a Victron inverter. Batteries are running the RV right now. There's no shore power. Like I said, we don't have any solar. And so that's, if the air conditioning kicks on, it kicks on, and we'll kind of see how long it goes. But one of the great things about the Victron system is, you know, we have the mobile internet too, and connected to it, so I can keep track of that power while I'm away. We're going to check in on it and see how it's doing while we're on the road, so you know I can see if what's running and what's not, and how much power we have. So that's one of the benefits of the Victron system. And these so far, these Lithium batteries have been fantastic. Like I've said in previous videos, I did partner up with them. They did give me one of those batteries, but they are not paying me to you know, say anything nice about them. I just said I would review their battery and let everyone know how I feel. And the whole thing is, you know, like I said before, I already bought one of those Lithium batteries, 24 200 amp hour, 24 volt 200 amp hour batteries for it, because I already did my research and I realized it's, you know, it's a pretty good company. It's got a good warranty, and it's one of the best bangs for the buck as far as like price wise too. You look at these like Battleborn batteries, for the same battery, it costs, for the same amount of power in Battleborn, it's 2.5 times the price, which you really don't get much more other than just like a longer warranty, which I've seen people have problems with their Battleborns anyway. And like, if you can, for the price, you can get twice as much. So I just don't see how that can weigh out. The Battleborn and Lithium Pros and stuff like that, they are really going to have to start kind of looking at their plans about, you know, how they're going to survive in this market if they can't keep up with these other companies that are producing quality stuff at a fraction of, you know, of the price. And another major reason why we have this system is because, you know, we have the three rascals, and we have noticed we haven't been RV full timing and for a very long time, but we have noticed already that the power grids at a lot of these places are not super reliable. So we want to make sure that, you know, if the power does go down or whatever, that, you know, the AC is going to still be running until we can get back and figure it out or whatever, and or until the power kicks back on or something like that. And we just don't want to have to deal with that mess. And it's just an extra layer of precaution for our critters when we're not at home. So that's one of the big things that we really wanted to. And also we have that 120 volt residential refrigerator, which we love. But, you know, as soon as you unplug from shore power, it cuts power to that. So when you move from place to place, it's not getting any power. Of course, it'll stay cool for a while, but we don't want to even have to worry about it. If we have a kind of a long trek or something, we want to be able to stay cool all the time. And like I said, if the power goes out, we don't have to worry about the refrigerator is going to stay running. The AC is going to stay running. And right now we can only run one AC with this in the refrigerator and that stuff with this one inverter, but we do have plans of upgrading the system, and we'll kind of talk about that in just a little bit when we get back, because I want to kind of show you what the plans are. But that's why I'm kind of sharing this, guys, with you. So if you're interested in this kind of stuff, you can kind of see how we've gone and the things that we've troubleshooted through, so that it'll share with you and maybe your decision making, whether you want to go this route or that route, or if maybe this will be enough for you, or maybe you'll need more. Or just depending on, you know, what kind of RVing you're doing. If you're boondocking for long times, and just it depends on the area you are too. Like we're here in Florida, it gets hot most of the year, and we have to run 2 AC. So, you know, we kind of have to factor that in. If you're in other area of the country where 1 AC is going to do you for, you know, you can kind of factor that in, which will really help you in this scenario because we're only running one AC at the moment, and off the battery in the system we have now. So that'll probably give you like your best real world experience. So when we get to Home Depot, we'll check in and see how much power we've used, and we'll update you. All right, guys. So we got our supplies, and I've connected through the internet and got our Victron app rolling, and it's saying it's still at 99%, and we're only using about 121 watts right now back at the place. So I have a feeling the AC has not probably kicked on yet. It's still kind of early, but the sun's coming up. It's going to get a little warmer today. So eventually that thing's going to start kicking on, and it's going to start sucking some juice. So we'll see how long it lasts. But I imagine I'm hoping to get at least 7 hours today. We almost got 3 hours, and it was a little bit hotter than it was last time. So I'm hoping to maybe double that. And but we'll see. And, you know, that's why I'm doing these tests, is to share with you guys, and we'll actually be able to know how big you need to build your system for what you're going to use it for. You can use these kind of videos like this as a good judgment mark. Well, I may not need as many batteries, or I'm going to need more because we're going to do a lot, you know. So that's why we're doing it. But we'll head back and we'll check in on the rascals. All right, guys, we just hit 75%, and it is just almost 3 hours. It's almost 11 o'clock in the morning now. It is starting to get a little warmer. The AC is kicking on quite a bit more. It's off and on, but man, we were already out of power, or at 10%. The last time we did this test with the single battery, we got down to 10% in 2 hours and about 45 minutes, I believe. And we're already at almost 3 hours, and we're down to only 75%. So far it's looking pretty good. We'll continue to keep you updated, but I want to go downstairs and open up the bay and talk to you a little bit more about why this system is kind of handy, and not just boondocking sense, but there's another reason. All right, guys. So another one of the reasons why we wanted to get a system like this is not just because for boondocking, but also because, like, if you go to a lot of these, like some of these older maybe campgrounds and stuff like that, where they may have a limited amount of 50 amp hookups, and this is a 50 amp trailer, so we may be subject to 30 amp somewhere. So this thing will make up for that power, and we can run our rig just like it was on 50 amp. It'll supplement 20 more amps of power. You know, you go to 30 amp, and this thing puts out about 20 amps on a regular basis. So you got 50 amp power that you can run all the ACs. You can run our washer dryer, hair dryer, blower, all that stuff on a 30 amp thing. And this thing is not even warm. None of these wires are even warm yet. It just, the 24 volt, I think, runs just a bit cooler than the 12 volt systems. And we have the 24 to 12 volt Orions over here that are supplying the 12 volt power. And with the 24 volt system, we didn't add that much weight because we got rid of the lead acid batteries, which were, I don't know, they're probably about 60 pounds a piece. And each one of these lifetime batteries probably about 60 to 70 pounds a piece. So we may have had like a net gain of about 20 pounds as far as batteries go. But we gained like 5 times the power out of it to run the system. And the other batteries, all they could run was 12 volt. They couldn't run any of the 120 watt system, 120 volt systems. And that's why we got this. So like if you ever stop at a place and they only have 30 amps, now we don't even have to worry about it. If we're just stopping overnight somewhere, we may be able to run the AC all night and just boondock at a Cracker Barrel and run our AC at night and sleep until we can get up the next day and, you know, go eat breakfast and get back on the road. So that's one of the reasons why we got this kind of system. I'd really like to have 2 of these so I could run the whole rig off of when there's no battery. Like right now, we can only run one AC, TV, microwave, stuff like that. But if I have another inverter running in parallel, that doubles our power. So we have up to, that'll give us up to like 40 running amps of power. So we can run 2 ACs and a microwave or the dishwasher or something, or not this, we don't have a dishwasher, washing machine and stuff like that, but which we probably wouldn't use anyway on boondocking or anything, but it gives you a lot more options. And I'd rather just have the options than not. So eventually, that's why I went to Home Depot today, is I got that board so that I can extend this board over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure this and give me a little bit more width right here. And I'm just going to shift everything over that way, which will help, you know, we'll be able to add the other inverter in here. And I'm probably going to take these batteries and move them inside the basement in there, because there's going to be a couple other like boxes that I'm going to have to put in here to be able to run these two in parallel, which I'll show you guys. And if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you know, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, all that fancy mess. You know, follow all of our adventures. We have lots of plans, and I want to probably do that sooner than later. So I'm probably going to, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get another inverter, but I'm going to definitely start to prep it to get ready. We'll just move this over. This will be a whole nother video, and we'll move these batteries in there and get them out of the way from in here. And we might wind up storing a little bit of tools or something in here, but and plus it'll help with in the cold. Not that this in Florida here it freezes very much, but lithium batteries do not like the cold. So when charging, but they do have some lithium batteries out there, lead time does, that will heat up if it gets too cold, and these don't. So it'll help to put them under the base so that during like freezing temperatures, which we'll hardly ever encounter, they'll be fine to charge and stuff like that. And you can just hear that this just kicked on. It's just a very light hum. It's not very loud at all. So our plans are to get another inverter, scooch this over, and eventually we're going to have solar. All right, now let's check on, see where we're at 72% now. And the reason I can hear it really start to pick up, because the AC must have kicked on, because we're running about 1300 watts. We'll check back in when it gets 50% and see how long it's gone. But so far, we're doing a lot better. It is a little cooler than the last time, but we're doing really well today. So hopefully we'll last most of the day, but you have to stick around to find out. All right, guys, it's 12:47 and it just now hit 50%. So that is just shy of 5 hours. And we just now hit 50%. Last time, only made it 2 hours and 45 minutes on the one battery. And we've already doubled that. And we still have another 50% left to go. Just a few degrees difference can make the difference, because it's like about, last time we did this, it was like 86 degrees outside. And now it's about 82, 83 degrees outside. And we have the inside temperature set for 73 degrees. So the AC has been kicking on and off, maybe just not as much as last time. It is keeping up. And we still have a lot of battery left. Honestly, I thought we'd be farther along than we are right now. So I am actually thoroughly impressed. And so we're down to 49%, running just under 1300 watts right now. And the DC load's about 300 watts. So we're doing pretty good. And that's another thing, is like when you're, if you want to do some mooch docking or something like that, you want to plug into like a 50 amp at somebody's house you're visiting or something. If you plug that in, every time that AC kicks off, it's going to start charging that battery back up. So you could probably run almost indefinitely off of just a 15 amp plug, just a regular wall plug. So this shows you can do pretty well. Like, you know, this isn't extreme heat. This isn't Florida summer. So we'll probably do some tests when it gets into summertime again. But, you know, this is fall. So we are just going to, you know, show you what we come up with, and hopefully you'll get something out of this. And if you are, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, all that fancy mess, and we'll get back to this. All right, guys, we just hit 10%. And anybody want to guess how long that was? I kind of skipped the 25%. I got kind of busy doing other stuff, but it is 3:17. So we made it over 8 hours on 10,000 kilowatts of battery, and AC running. It is warm out here. All right, Frankie, stand there. We're gonna go kick the power back on so we can start charging those batteries back up. But I hope you guys enjoyed. You know, I keep watching all these videos about installs and stuff like that on inverter systems and batteries and everything, and I kept asking myself, I'm like, well, what's the real world? How long will it last you? And I hardly see any videos out there doing that, so I figured I would do one for you guys. We got some real world numbers here to kind of compare in scenarios. Every scenario is going to be a little different depending on the temperature and you know, the batteries and stuff. And these lead time batteries are pretty freaking awesome. I totally think that they are worth every penny that we paid for them. These lead time batteries are doing awesome. They're worth every penny, I think. Personally, I wouldn't have bought the first one if I didn't think they were worth it. And all the money that we saved from, you know, not going with Battleborn or Lithium Pros or something like that paid for all the Victron stuff you see there and change left over. So I highly recommend them. Like I said, I partnered up with them and they gave me that second battery, but I'm not paid to say anything nice about them. I'm only doing it because the stuff is quality and it's working well. I'll leave links in the description area below if you're looking for any other kind of batteries. Like they do have some, if you're looking for the 12 volt, they do have some 400 amp hour 12 volt batteries, 200 amp hours, all kinds. The ones that are heated if you're up north, won't freeze in the winter. So if they have all that kind of mess. So check out the description area below. I'll leave links and stuff like that. So if you're interested in trucks, travel, towing, RV full-time living, solar, inverter stuff, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, all that fancy mess, because we got more stuff coming. And hopefully we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.